Hi guys, welcome to your last week at Precise Pilates Online for this term. The theme of this week is deloading. So I want you to think about really allowing your body to release when you are stretching, when you are resting, taking deep, long inhales and exhales during your whole exercise class with me today, just to allow the nervous system to really benefit from the extra circulation that you're creating. So in that theme, we're going to start with a self-hug. You're going to wrap your hands around your rib cage, palms pressed into the side of the ribs, so that we're really focused on the lower third of that lungs capacity. Now we're going to have soft knees with the feet hip width in our usual standing posture. Take a nice soft breath in here. Just allow the chin to drop towards the chest, so you're really allowing the back of the neck to go loose. Focus in on your breath here. Close your eyes if you'd like. Take a deep, long inhale. Expand through the side of the rib cage and into your palms. And on the exhale, feel the ribs sink and shrink from your palms. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Good, 2 more like that. Inhale and exhale. 1 more, inhale deep and exhale. Take a deep breath in once more to prepare for half a roll down. Now keeping the chin tucked to chest, you're going to exhale, shrink your ribs towards your hips as you begin to pull your rib cage forwards towards the hip bones and down, lowering the head in front of the chest line and towards the belt line. Keep the knees soft. Pause here where you're looking down more or less at your belt. Take a deep breath in. Into the back of the rib cage, we're trying to expand now. And then on the exhale, start to scoop the abdominals, lifting the rib cage upright with the palms. Bring yourself back tall. Relax the shoulders, take a deep breath in, then drop the chin to the chest. And on the exhale, sink the ribs towards the hips, pulling the rib cage over your hip bones as you lower your head in front of your chest and your belt line. Coming into half a roll down, opening up the thoracic back. Take a deep breath in. Into the back of the lungs, you're breathing now. And then on the exhale, scooping the abdominals and lifting the ribcage upright, relaxing the shoulders for your breath in at the top. 2 more, chin to chest. Exhale, pull the ribcage forwards and down, shrinking ribs towards the hips, lowering the head in front of the belt line, feeling the upper back more rounded. Breathe into the back of the lungs. On an exhale, lift the ribcage, scooping the abdominals upright, and relax the shoulders. 1 more, deep breath in at the top. Then drop the chin to the chest. Exhale, pull the ribcage forwards and over to open up into the back of the body. Take a deep breath in into the back of the lungs here with that upper back rounded forwards, head relaxed from the neck. On the exhale, scoop, lift the ribcage upright, and then relax the shoulders to stand tall once more. Beautiful, relax the arms by your side for your arm prep. Now we want to think about the exhale, drawing the ribs down towards the hips. We're not flexing through the spine here, but we want the obliques at the front of the body to switch on. Keep the knees soft. Take a deep breath in, and now on the exhale, connect to your T-zone line. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, float the arms on up. Directly overhead they rise. We're drawing the shoulder blades down as we shrink the ribs down towards the hip bones. Inhale, the arms just float back to your sides. Relax through the shoulders. On the exhale, float the arms on up. Now you're actively drawing rib cage down in front and shoulders down your back. Stay tall. Inhale, arms down. Good. Keep it going for 4 more. Exhale, arm prep. Good. Inhale, down. Exhale, deep on the arm prep. Ribs shrink in and down, shoulders down your back. Stay tall and lifted. Good. Inhale, down. 2 more. Exhale, remember you're concentrating your oblique connection and your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale. Good, let's do 1 more on the exhale, arm prep. And on the inhale, arms come to your sides. Good. Take a moment to relax the shoulders back and down. We're going into squatting position, but you may alternate this for your calf raise. Good. So we're going to take a deep breath in. On the exhale, push the bum back and down, bending softly through the knees. Now you can reach forwards, coming into your arm prep positioning here, and you can align your hand to your shoulder, draw the shoulder blades down. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, push against the ground to bring yourself on upright. Good. Inhale at the top. Exhale, push the bum back and down. Keep the tailbone softly drawn down. Reach the arms forwards, they can reach the shoulder height. Good. Draw the shoulder blades down. Inhale here and exhale, push off to stand tall. 8 more just like that. Deep breath in at the top. Push the bum back and down. Exhale, bending through the knees. Reach the arms forwards or hands on the thighs. A deep breath in, and on the exhale, push yourself on upright. Good. Inhale and exhale, coming into squat. Inhale to hold and exhale to push off. Lovely, keep it going. Inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Good. Now for your squat position, remembering you're trying to keep your back within the neutral posture. You do have a small anterior pelvic tilt, happening, but we're not actively trying to arch through the lumbar spine and lift the tailbone up. In fact, the reverse. Draw the tailbone softly down to elongate that lumbar spine. Remember that we want to use the muscles of the legs as well as the core to push ourselves on upright. Good, 2 more. Exhale when you bend through the knees and push the bum back and down. Reach forwards through the arms, take a breath in. Exhale, push on upright, last one. Exhale for the squat. Inhale, draw the shoulder blades down, try and elongate the whole back. Exhale, push off and stand tall. Take a breath in, relax for a little break. Beautiful. From this, we'll do a little bit of a dynamic hamstring seat stretch, moving between the hamstring and the calf. So moving from the front leg to the back leg. Standing upright with a split stance, 1 foot forwards, 1 foot back. Now we want to keep our feet hip width, but we want both knees and feet facing the same direction. Hip bones don't want to be swaying side to side. We want to keep them facing aligned to the toes and knees. Take a deep breath in, peel your toes off of the ground of the front leg. Take a deep breath in, pressing the heel down. Good. On the exhale, you're going to push your bum back, as you straighten out the front leg and run your hands down the bent back leg. Push the bum back and down, elongate the lumbar spine by softly drawing the tailbone down. We're not arching through the lower back and losing the abdominals. Take a deep breath in here. Then you're going to press your toes down on the front leg, bending the front knee. Shift your weight forwards to straighten out the back leg. And now think about elongating the torso from the hip line. If it helps you, you can also reach forwards into this nice half arm prep motion. Take a deep breath in here. And then on the exhale, start to travel back. So we bend the back knee as we straighten out the front leg, pushing the heel down, coming into that hamstring seat once more, softly bending the back knee, placing the hands on the thighs. Press the heel down and try and draw the buttocks back for a breath in. Good, let's go back. Place the toes down and on the exhale, bend the front knee, straighten out the back leg, press the heel down, reach the arms forwards if it helps you. Look at my alignment from hip to shoulder. I'm trying to keep a nice strong line here. Good, inhale. And then exhale, bending the back knee, straightening out the front leg, pressing the heel down, pushing the buttocks back and down into your hamstring seat. A deep breath in, 2 more of these. Good, on the exhale, place the toes down, bend the front knee, straighten out the back leg, press down into the back heel to elongate the calf. Reach the arms forwards. Try not to lose the abdominals or you'll get a little lower back ache. Keep the tailbone drawn down so you're in this nice long torso. Take a deep breath in, last one. On the exhale, let's bend the back knee, straighten out that front leg, push the heel down. Bum travels back and down, draw the tailbone down. Good, a deep breath in here. And as you exhale, let's just bend the front knee, place the toes down and shuffle ourselves back. Good, let's change feet. So 5 hamstring seats into dynamic calf stretch. We're just taking the motion nice and slow. We start by peeling the toes off. Remember, we're not trying to twist through the torso or the hips in this. We want our alignment to be pretty square, toes, knees and hips. Pressing the heel down, take a deep breath in. As you start to straighten out the front leg, push the hips back and down. Start to bend through the back knee and run the hands down the thighs into your hamstring seat. Now be aware that I'm twisted slightly so that I talk to a camera, but you want to keep the chest aligned to your toes. Pushing the bum back and down, elongate by drawing the tailbone down. Did you see that? Draw the tailbone down so you eliminate that backache. Take a deep breath in, and then bending the front knee, place the front toes down, shift the weight forwards. So you straighten out the back leg, look at my alignment from my heel to my hip to my shoulder. You could reach the arms forwards into that half an arm prep. Take a deep breath in here, shoulders draw down. Good, on the exhale is where we travel, so we want to start to bend the back knee as we start to straighten out the front leg, pressing the heels down to lift the toe. Run your hands down that back leg so you rest on the thigh. Push the tailbone softly down to elongate the lumbar spine for your breath in. Good, on the exhale travel, bend the front knee, place the toes down, straighten out that back leg. Try to keep that tailbone softly drawn down so you are elongating the lumbar spine, reach forwards, inhale. Good, on the exhale is where you travel. Press the front heel down, lift the toe, straighten out the leg, bend the back knee. Push the bum back and down to your hamstring seat. Inhale. Exhale, travel forwards. Bend that front knee. Push that long leg down at the back. Good, deep breath in. You could reach forward, shoulders back and down. Good, one more. Lovely, on the exhale, travel. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Make sure you're pushing the tailbone down. I'll remind you a few more times yet. A deep breath in. Last one, bend the front knee, travel forwards, come into that nice calf stretch. Now, some of you may not have the ankle mobility to get the heel down. But you still want to straighten out the leg and try and press back into the straight leg. If you've got hyperextension in the knees, keep that micro bend as always. Take the breath in. Draw the shoulder blades down, and then on the exhale, let's just bend the back knee and slide the leg on in. Beautiful. Let's roll and then we'll move to the mat. In our standing posture, you can keep soft or bent knees throughout your rolling this morning or evening. Draw the shoulder blades down, take a nice deep breath in. Drop the chin to the chest. Imagine that you're trying to curl the rib cage over like you did in your standing warm-up with me at the beginning. So on the exhale, you shrink the ribs towards the hips, and you want to lower by drawing the rib cage over the lower body. Head is loose from the neck. Exhale, roll forwards and down, and let the back open gradually. Take a nice deep breath in here. And then on the exhale, really utilize the abdominals. Press the legs into the mat through the heel and the ball of the foot as you begin to roll yourself on upright. Good, take a nice deep breath in at the top. Chin drops to chest. Imagine you're still pulling your rib cage forwards and over. On the exhale, sinking the ribs to the hips. Look at the upper back round, and then exhale, roll forwards and down beyond the belt line. If you need to bend the knees a little bit here, if you need to shorten your roll down to suit your back mobility this morning, by all means, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, imagine you're pushing down into the heels, scoot the abdominals, keep the weight in the front of the foot also as you roll yourself on upright and lift to the top. Let's do 3. A deep breath in. Drop the chin to the chest. Remember that you're moving the upper back forwards first so that we're really, really rolling from the top of the body and lengthening down the back line of the body through the hamstrings into the heels. If the hamstring stretch is too intense, bend the knees. Take a deep breath in. Pushing into the heels, exhale, scoop and roll yourself on upright. Lovely. Let's do one more. Nice deep breath in at the top. Roll the chin to chest, exhale, sink and roll forwards and down. Take your breath in at the bottom. Inflate the back of the lung, remember, and then on the exhale, scoop through the abdominals, activating the legs through the heels and rolling on upright tall. Lift yourself on up, take a deep breath in. Beautiful, let's move down to the mat. So we're going to come down now to 4-point kneeling. You could roll any way that you choose, or you could bring yourself down gently. Pop some padding under the knees if you need to, or roll the mat. We're going to be in our back wings position to begin with. So 4-point kneeling box as always. Excuse my hair. Hands under the shoulders, knees underneath the hip bones. Now for some of you, back wings might be an exercise that creates a little bit of tension around your neck. You want to make sure that the shoulders begin away from the earlobes. And when you switch onto the T-zone, you're really thinking about the connection at the front and the back of the body. Once you've got your T-zone secure, you know that starts with pelvic floor and then those inner abdominals. You're going to start by letting your shoulder blades retract. So we're going to allow the chest to sink forwards. And we can feel the shoulder blades really sticking out the back of the body. We're keeping the arms fairly long with a soft bend in the elbows. Now on the exhale, you're going to push your chest away and try and draw the shoulder blades back into the body by really activating the arms. Take a breath in, let the chest sink forward between the arms here. Have a soft bend in the elbows if you need. Notice that my chest has dropped and my neck has also dropped forwards. On the exhale, utilize that switch on. Find the serratus anterior and the chest muscles to bring the shoulder blades into protraction. Good, let's do 2 more. Inhale. Let the chest sink between the arms. Feel the shoulder blades really behind your body. That's not where you want to be. So on the exhale, push against the arms. Really find the serratus anterior, that armpit muscle here, and the chest muscles that switch on and push the shoulder blades into protraction. 1 more. Inhale. And on the exhale, push against the chest. Think about widening by drawing the shoulder blades down, and you should feel connection. Stay switched on, keep this protraction. Let's go for our swimming arms and legs. Opposite arm and leg on the exhale is going to move on out of the box. Draw the shoulder blade down your back, squeeze the glute max as the leg extends, and inhale, slide back on in. Keep the shoulders glided down, keep that connection to your serratus anterior. On the exhale, reach on out. Now the shoulder blade wants to elongate down your back, not shrug into your earlobe. The glute wants to squeeze in that leg extension. Taking hand and foot from the mat, draw the shoulder blade further down, making sure you squeeze the glute max. Have a look at my lumbar spine. It's not going into extension here. I'm not letting the pelvis tilt. I'm trying to maintain a neutral spine throughout. Exhale, reach. Squeeze the glute max. Draw the shoulder blade down. The arm could lift to ear height. The leg could lift to hip height, but no higher. We're not trying to banana through the body. Trying to keep the draw down of the shoulder blades, that connection to serratus anterior. Let's do 2 more on each side. Reach, draw the shoulder blades down. Keep the shoulders and the pelvis level. 1 more. Beautiful. Come back to the mat. You can send your knees slightly apart as you draw your buttocks towards your heels, and you can rest back with slightly open hips, head forwards and down in your child's pose with relaxed arms. Take a deep breath in and out. Allow the abdominals and the pelvic floor to completely rest before you move on. Beautiful. Let's come back on up. So we've started with a connection to the chest. Let's work that in our press up. You can start with level 1 or level 2. I'll demonstrate both. We're just working for 10 repetitions. Now we want to make sure we've got that connection to serratus anterior. You know when your shoulder blades are winging, so you need to push against. Find the serratus muscle in the armpit that allows the shoulder blade to protract. Now with the shoulder blades drawn in and down your back, switch onto the T-zone. Take the hands as wide as the mat for level 1. Still at shoulder height. So inhale, the nose comes down between the hands, elbows move back towards the edges of your mat. Exhale, push off strong. Keep drawing the shoulder blades down so shoulders do not lift and round forwards. Inhale the nose down and exhale, push off strong for level 1. Utilize the abdominals on the exhale to bring you back up to the box. For my level 2 people, hands could be 1 or 2 paces, tailoring the workload now into the abdominals and the chest. You bring the chest in line with the palms and the head in front of the fingers. Inhale the chest down. Now on the exhale, as you push off strong, the abdominals have to work extra hard to bring you back on up. Inhale the chest down for level 2. Exhale, push off strong. Look at the line that I've created through the body from hip to shoulder in this alignment. The same line that you created in your hamstring seat stretch, your squat positioning in the warm-up. Good, going for your 10. Always drop back to your level 1 if you need to, or if you need to rest, then we'll come back to your child's pose. Good, you should have 2 more left. Remember, it's the nose between the hands, level 1. The chest between the hands is the level 2. Let's make this our last one. Inhale and exhale. Widen through the knees if you need to. Drop the buttocks towards the heels or rest back on bent forearms. Have a little break here. Breathe in and out nice and deeply. Roll the wrist, create a fist if you need to get rid of any tension through the wrist joint. Beautiful. From this positioning, when you're ready, come back on up. We're going to work into some segmentation of the spine and then move into looking at the back specifically. Now, if you need to change your wrist placement, you can do so in this. Make sure if you've got this straight wrist position with a fist, you've turned your elbows to the outside corners of the mat. Draw the shoulder blades down. Spinal segmentation is your cat and cow, but we're looking at this a little bit differently. So we want to use these abdominals to support this as we go into small extension and flexion range of the spine. When you switch onto the T-zone, take a deep breath in, elongate the back of the neck. Now we're going to begin on a deep exhale. You're going to scoop your abdominals, start to round through the upper back. So push against the arms, to widen the shoulder blades, drop your chin to your chest, round through the upper back, and then round the tailbone under into this nice thoracic stretch here. Take a deep breath in. Now I want you to keep your upper back rounded as you start to let your tailbone lift. Now as your tailbone lifts, you're trying to segment each vertebrae separately from the upper back. Now as the tailbone lifts into its small range of extension, it then starts to travel up the lumbar spine into small range of extension, and then we start to allow the shoulder blades to draw down as we start to round through the upper spine, and the sternum gently pulls forwards. And you gently float your chin so you look slightly ahead. Take a breath in here, making sure the shoulders are still pulled back and down. Now trying to keep the tailbone gently lifted, the lumbar spine gently rounded, we're going to allow a deep exhale to drop the chin to the chest. Then we're going to start to pull the shoulder blades wide as we start to arch through the very top of the thoracic spine. Have a look at my spine as it segments and traveling down the vertebrae, trying to keep the lumbar spine until very last. Once I've released the lumbar spine, then the tailbone will tuck, and I'm back to angry cat. Take a deep breath in. Keeping the abdominals working to support this segmentation of the spine is really important. Again, the upper back wants to stay rounded, and on the exhale, you let the tailbone slightly lift so the lumbar spine begins to arch and the pelvis gently tilts. Trying to keep the upper back till last, round through the vertebrae, and then slowly draw the shoulder blades down as you gently lift the sternum to be pulled forwards. Lift your chin and your eye gaze, take a deep breath in. Don't strain the muscles of the neck here or the lumbar spine. A small rounding is all you need. Then again on the exhale, start by dropping the chin to the chest, the crown, lengthens the back of the neck. Then keeping the tailbone till very last, start to widen through the shoulders and round the upper back by pushing against the arms. Have a look at my spine. I'm half segmented and half rounded. And then I allow that to transfer down my vertebrae to my pelvis where I tuck my tailbone. Take my breath in. Let's do one more. On the exhale, keeping the upper back rounded, I'm letting the tailbone go first. Keeping the abdominals working. Then I let that transfer to my pelvis, my lumbar spine. Then I start to segment as this movement rolls up my back, drawing the shoulder blades down, lifting the sternum slightly forwards, floating the chin and the eye gaze, a breath in. Now it's very important that on the next exhale, you gently return to your neutral spine. You take your breath in, you drop your buttocks back and down, or rest back onto the bent forearms and take your time on that. Beautiful. Have a little rest. The forehead could be completely on the mat. We're going to move into the back work next. Let's come on down onto the stomach. Grab your pillow or your towel, pop it underneath your forehead if you need. We're starting with the upper back, so turn the heels out, switch the glutes off. Arms begin long in the upper trapezius activation, V-stance. So the arms are just wider than your shoulder blades, baby finger on the mat, thumb pointing upwards. Making sure there's no tension through the neck or shoulders. The shoulders are softly drawn away from the ears to begin with. Switching on to the T-zone, inhale, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, lift the abdominals off the mat. Now we're looking to keep these abdominals lifted and the tailbone softly drawn down to elongate through the lumbar spine and prevent the pelvis being tilted forwards with the weight of your lower back. So if this cue of drawing the tailbone down, that's not squeezing your bum, helps you in this position, beautiful. Keep that in your mind's eye. Now we're going to keep the arms long, and on the exhale, glide the shoulder blades down the back, drawing into the waistline beneath the rib cage. Drag the baby fingered long arm down the mat, and then inhale to release, arms grow long. On the exhale, glide the shoulder blades down your back, drawing into that waistline beneath the rib cage. Inhale to release, arms grow long. Exhale, glide down, use that deep breath into the back of the lungs. Inhale, release. Exhale, glide. Keep those abdominals drawn away from the mat, inside the front of the pelvis. And if it helps you, that soft draw down of the tailbone to elongate the lumbar spine. If you need to, you could always pop half an inflated chi ball or a rolled up towel underneath your hip bones. Not only will that take pressure off of the hips, but it will also help you engage by drawing that tailbone down to elongate the spine. Let's make this our last one. Exhale, glide the shoulder blades down. Good, rest the palms down. Now keep your T-zone on just for a breath in and out here, and think about the engagement you have at the upper back. Beautiful. Allow your T-zone to shrink off, let your pelvic floor rest. Rest your forehead down on the mat. We're going to look at our freestyle arms. Now, freestyle arms is quite challenging for most people. That connection that you just had in your upper back trapezius activation is what I want you to think about in this. Particularly important for the head and the neck. Again, if you want to rest the forehead completely onto the mat, keep it resting down. Now, when you come back to switch onto the T-zone, if you need to elongate by drawing the tailbone softly down, do so here. And then think about coming back to that draw down of the upper fiber of the trapezius so you feel that you've got that upper connection to your really strong upper back. Take a deep breath in. Keeping the rib cage on the mat, not rolling side to side, we're going to alternate some hand tapping or hand floating from the mat. So go ahead and float one palm. Now feel that you've connected through one arm and push down to the remaining arm on the mat. Take a deep breath in. Bring this palm down. As you exhale, float the opposite palm, engaging by drawing the shoulder blade down your mat. Good, keep the rib cage in the mat. Inhale, settle the palm down. Exhale, push down through that one arm to elongate and float the opposite arm. Draw the shoulder blade down. Inhale and exhale. You can speed up this here, alternating your tapping of your palms. You can use the push down of one arm to draw the shoulder blade down on the opposite side, but I want you to keep the rib cage settled on the mat. You can alternate your breathing too. You could have 3 taps for a breath in, 3 taps for a breath out. Keep the neck soft, keep the forehead down if you'd like to rest. Think about your T-zone. Do you need to elongate that tailbone? If you need to come down to rest, you can at any time. It's quite strong in the upper back. If you're doing your 3 counts for a breath in and out, make this your last round. If you're tapping, let's make this our final 2. Last one. Come back to the mat, rest the palms down, rest the forehead completely onto the mat. Take your time on out. Bending at the elbows, slide the hands down to face height for stop signs. Keep the heels rolled out. We'll come to the glutes in a moment. Looking into the mat with eyes and nose, relax the shoulders from your ears once more. Switch back onto the T-zone. Inhale, lift the pelvic floor. Exhale, lift the abdominals off the mat, draw them inside the front of the pelvis. Take your breath in. Now you felt the connection to your upper back. Let's move further down. On the exhale, we're going to glide the shoulder blades further down the back. Now they're drawing into the waistline beneath the rib cage. You want to make sure that the abdominals are lifted to prevent the lower back arching, and the hands will glide down below your chin. Inhale, hands come back to face height. On the exhale, glide the shoulder blades down your back, drawing into that waistline. Elbows come down to the side of the waist. Inhale, hands come to face height. Keep the forehead rested down if you want to relax the neck. If the forehead would like to float and your neck extensors feel quite capable, it could float from the mat here quite well. Good, think about that deep mid-center back. Think about where you're feeling the draw down of your shoulders. It should be around your bra strap line, ladies, your second or third to last rib feathers. Quite deep into that thoracic rib cage. So imagine utilizing that breath into the back of the lungs. So as you draw down, feel where you feel the connection, and then on the inhale, guide the breath to that very spot. Let's make this our final 2. On this last one, we're going to hold the downward phase. Now we've got a good connection to the mid-back. We're going to rest the chest down and have a little break before we move into our swan breath extension. Now we're keeping the heels turned out, glutes off. Don't squeeze your bum in this exercise. If you're floating on your chi ball or towel, you'll know that your upper back connection, extension, sorry, is going to be a little bit greater. So we're going to prepare switching onto those abdominals. Pelvic floor first, and then add the transverse band. And if you need an extra notch on that leather belt around the hip bones. Now, since we've already drawn down through the shoulders, we can widen the arms just a few centimeters from the chest. Begin with a glass marble under your nose and take your breath in. Inhale, start to roll the glass marble forwards, gently peeling the forehead from the mat. Keep looking down the tip of the nose. On the exhale, glide the shoulder blades down your back. Draw that point of where you felt your stop signs deeper into your waistline to peel your chest off. Keep the abdominals lifted, and then on the inhale, the chest comes down. Nose back on the marble, and then exhale, roll it under your chin. Beautiful. Inhale, roll it forwards. Exhale, glide on down. Now look at my upper back here. I'm not trying to arch through the lumbar spine to get the chest off. In fact, I'm holding the lumbar spine in neutral, and I'm working really hard to concentrate on this segmentation of upper back extension. Equally, I'm not straining my neck by trying to lift my chin to get further into my extension. Those are all fake signs that you are trying too hard, or you're trying to really force that extension. Your upper back will naturally glide down to peel your chest bones off the mat, and it might be you're lifting your collarbone, your second, your third rib off the mat. Good, let's make this our last one. Inhale, roll the marble forwards. Just let the eye line look down the tip of the nose as you peel the forehead off. And then on the exhale, glide the shoulder blades down your back. Draw into the waistline beneath the rib cage. Peel the chest off. Keep the abdominals lifted. Inhale, the chest comes back down. Touch your nose on your marble, and then exhale, roll it underneath your chin. Round open the back of your neck here. Then sink forwards, resting all onto the mat. Beautiful. Let's just wake up that lower line. Let's fold over the arms. Let's look at our freestyle legs. So if you rest your forehead on the back of your palms, don't lift your shoulders to your earlobes. Keep them drawn down, keep the upper back working. Turn your heels in straight, switch back onto your T-zone, and then think about anchoring your rib cage into the mat on your next deep exhale. Take a deep breath in to prepare. Think about now utilizing your glutes and your hamstrings. And on the next exhale, squeeze your glutes and lengthen your legs from the mat. Really lengthen here. Try not to arch through the lumbar spine by keeping the abdominals lifted. Now we're going to alternate our kicks. 3 kicks for a breath in, 3 kicks for a breath out. Trying to squeeze through the glutes and hamstrings. Kick, 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 kick. Now my rib cage is not rolling side to side. I'm keeping the upper body quite stable and utilizing my lower back extensors, my glutes and my hamstring connection, also working into my legs, my lower legs, sorry, pointing out through my toes, so my calves. Deep breath in and out. Good, keep your kicking going. You can always come back to the mat if you need to. Squeeze your glutes, use your hamstrings. 3 kicks for a breath in and 3 kicks for a breath out. Let's make this our last one. Kick, kick, kick. Kick, kick, kick. Rest the legs down, switch them off, let them turn out, take a break. Beautiful. Let's slide our hands into plank 1 position, coming in to read a book on the beach. So we've been looking at coming up and down out of plank 1 and 2, and that's what we're going to focus on today to utilize the obliques. Now you want to keep the upper body quite strong and stable. We've really connected to the upper back, so let's use it. Draw the shoulder blades down. Switch onto the abdominals. Now remember, your pelvic floor lift is the first one. Now you're not actually lifting your hips off the mat on your exhale. You're lifting the abdominals inside the front of the pelvis. And for most of you, that might mean that your hip bones are floating just on the surface of your mat. But you should definitely feel like that they are softly lifted, just by you lifting the tummy off the mat. Now take a deep breath in here. And on the exhale, just focus on the abdominals and the drawdown of your shoulders. And you can remain in plank 1 for your 10 breaths. Coming up into plank 2 if you choose, take a deep breath in. Expand the ribcage, and on the exhale, as you draw the abdominals further inside your pelvis, you want to start to lift your pelvis by pushing off your forearms and lifting it roughly in line with the shoulders. Take a deep breath in and check. And on the exhale, if you need, draw the abdominals off the mat and draw the tailbone down. Take a deep breath in and out here. And then if you'd like to travel up and down, join me by bringing the pelvis back down on the exhale to come back to plank one. Draw the shoulder blades down, come back to plank one by pulling the sternum gently forwards. Take a breath in. If you'd like to come back on the exhale, push against the forearms, lifting these abdominals internally, bringing the pelvis up in line with the shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Check on your exhale if you need to lift the abdominals. Good. On your next exhale, we'll bring the pelvis back down. Now we make sure that when we come down, we draw the shoulder blades down. We'll do 2 more of these. Pull the sternum gently forwards. Those abdominals are still lifted. A breath in. And on the exhale, lift those abdominals. Push against the forearms to float the pelvis off. Good. Take your breath in. Do you need to lift those abdominals? Good. On the next exhale, the pelvis comes back down. Draw the sternum gently forwards, pull the shoulder blades down, come back to plank one more, nice deep breath in. And on the exhale, lifting the abdominals, pushing off the forearms, draw the pelvis roughly in line with the shoulders. Take your breath in, do you need to lift those abdominals? Drawing the tailbone down. Take a deep breath in and out here, and then on the next exhale, bring the pelvis back down to level 1, making sure you draw the shoulder blades down, sternum forwards. Take your breath in and then sink the chest forwards and down to switch off. Beautiful work. Good, so moving up and down out of plank 1 and 2 is quite challenging on the body because you need to come back to thinking about the alignment that you had in both positions. Good work. Slide the hands down to chest height. You're going to round your upper back, pull your buttocks back towards your heels and drop back to child's pose. You can have slightly wider knees if that's more helpful on your hips. Reach your fingertips forwards, drop your forehead to rest on the mat. You can have a little wiggle side to side if you'd like to stretch out the lats. Have a breath or 2 in this rounded back position, and then we'll move on to looking at that abdominal connection, laying on our back. Come to lay on your back in supine. Beautiful. So in supine position, make sure you set yourself up in neutral spine. I'm just checking my timings. You want to make sure that you have that strong alignment from your hip, knee and foot. So you've got your second toe in line with your ASIS, a neutral spine, and the rib cage is soft, the shoulders are relaxed. Pop a pillow under the head if you need. Now the first move in this is going to be our arm prep. Nice, strong and simple to set you up in neutral. Relax your arms by your sides. If you need to thread that hand in your lower back, you can. Take a soft breath in here, really inflate into the bottom third of the lungs, and then and lift the pelvic floor, and then on the exhale, focus on the transverse abdominis connection. So it's as if you zip it and buttoned into those skinny denim jeans without folding the lower back into the mat. Take a breath in here, let's prepare for the arm prep. On the exhale, float the arms directly over the chest. Now, as you draw the shoulder blades down your back, draw the rib cage down towards your hip bones as you extend the arms overhead. Inhale, hands come over the chest and reach towards the hip bones. On the exhale, reach up over the chest. Sink the ribs towards the hips, shoulders glide down your back, extend the arms overhead, exhale. Inhale, hands over chest and down towards the hips. Exhale up. Ribs need to move in and down, shoulders down your back, exhale, arms overhead. Inhale, hands over chest and down towards the hips. Good, keep focused on this for 5 more. We're really trying to allow the obliques to connect in neutral, as well as let the shoulder open up. So for some of you, your range will be dictated by your shoulder mobility. You don't want to force this, and you also don't want to be moving out of neutral spine because that's the main premise of our abdominal connection in this exercise. Good. 2 more. Exhale up, draw the ribs in and down as you reach overhead. Lovely. Inhale, hands over chest, down towards the hips. Beautiful, one more. Hands come back over the chest and down towards the hip bones, have a little rest. Good. Check in with your neck pressure. Do you need to lengthen the back of your neck? A light tuck of chin to chest. We're going to move into our toe taps next. Single or double leg tabletop. Now you're in a neutral spine setting. Inhale pelvic floor, exhale abdominals. Take a deep breath in, prepare, and on the exhale, float one foot from the mat, knee lifting above your hip. Pause here for a second, making sure your tabletop is nice and stable. You're still within neutral. If you'd like to go single leg toe taps, you're going to exhale to tap the toe and inhale to float, tabletop, knee over hip for 10. And then alternate 10 on the other side. If you're moving into double leg tabletop, you want to make sure you're softly drawing the tailbone down, keeping the neutral spine and having a deeper connection with those abdominals. Alternate your toe taps in double leg tabletop. Exhaling to tap the toe, one knee stays aligned over hips, and we're not moving with great speed here. Making it more challenging, you could tap further from your buttocks. Make sure that you've got a strong connection to your neutral spine. Your ribs are drawn in and down as you tap the toe on the exhale. Good. Excellent. Elongate the back of the neck, draw the shoulders softly down. If you haven't switched legs in single leg yet, make sure you do now. My double leg toe tappers, let's have 3 more on each side. Exhale to tap, inhale to float. Ribs draw in and down. Try not to arch the upper back. Don't carry tension in the shoulders or the neck. Our last one each side, last 2 single leg toe tappers. Good. Come back to the mat. 1 foot at a time, double leg, single leg, bring the foot down and have a rest. Beautiful. From here, let's go through our hundreds prep. You could resist the curling by having the hands just elongating down the mat or coming into the arm prep lowering position on an exhale. We're going to go from this position, hands floating over the chest, feet connected to the mat. Shoulders back and down, elongate the back of the neck, a gentle chin tuck to chest. Take a deep breath in with the T-zone on. On the exhale, we're going to sweep the ribs towards the hips to scoop the abdominals. Reach the hands past the hip bones to curl the upper body off. I'm looking down at my flat abdominals and I'm elongating by activating arm from armpit to fingertip past the hip bones. Inhale to lower head and shoulders down. Exhale to curl, sweep the ribs towards the hips, elongate the arms. Good, inhale to lower. Try to lengthen the back of your neck, a gentle tuck of chin to chest. Exhale to scoop, ribs to hips, scooping the bowl of abdominals out to peel your upper body off. Inhale to lower. If you're in your single leg position, you could be now utilizing that connection to neutral spine with the added weight of one leg floating from the mat. You could go for 4 or 5 reps in your single leg tabletop position, making sure you remain in neutral. Utilize that nice scoop of the abdominals. Utilize one hand behind the head if you need to release the neck pressure. Once you've done 4 or 5 on one side, you could bring the foot down and alternate single leg tabletop. Alternate the arm that you have behind your head too, if you're utilizing it here. And you'll notice that my upper back is not arching as it comes back to the mat. I'm really focused on returning to neutral spine. It's the curling portion where the ribs draw towards the hips and that scoop of abdominals. Good. If you've gone for 4 or 5 on this tabletop leg, you can come back to the mat to rest. For those of you that want to work in double leg tabletop for 4 or 5 additional hundreds preps, you can. Exhale to curl. Inhale to lower. Chin lightly tucked to chest, sweeping ribs to hips to scoop the abdominals. You should be looking down at flat tummy here and elongating through the armpit to fingertip. Good, let's make this our last one. Upper body comes back to the mat. Feet can come down one at a time to rest, or knees to chest if you'd like to release the lower back for a moment. Draw some circles or roll side to side. Beautiful. From this position, just to awaken the obliques, we're going to go into our pendulum next. Now the feet can remain on the mat or they could be in tabletop. The decision is yours and it depends on how your neutral spine and your lumbar spine connection feels. Staying on the mat if you choose, bring the big toe and the heel together, then bring the knees together. Zipper up from the knees to the groin itself, arms stretched out wide from the chest, palms up. Relax the shoulders, make sure there's no extra tension in the neck and switch on to the T-zone. Equally in double leg tabletop, you should find that your abdominals are flat in tabletop and the back is still in neutral. Now we're going to begin, inhale as both legs move over one side of the body. Keep the knees together, shoulders relaxed on the mat, eyes fixed on the ceiling. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs, scoop the abdominals, return the legs to center. Inhale the legs over one side of the body. My shoulders are not lifting from the mat. Squeeze, exhale to scoop, return the legs to center. Lovely, inhale over. Squeeze, exhale to scoop. Beautiful. Inhale, legs move over one side of the body. If the feet are on the mat, one hip, one glute, one foot disconnects fully. Squeeze the inner thighs, exhale to scoop to return the legs to center. Those of you that want a little bit more, feet down or feet in tabletop. As you inhale the legs over, keep the knees together. Extend the top leg from knee to toe. Squeezing the knees and exhaling to scoop the abdominals. Sweep the legs back to center, toes on the ceiling. Inhale, come back to tabletop or feet on the mat. Legs over one side of the body. Knees stay together, extend the top leg from knee to toe. Exhale, squeeze the inner thighs, scoop the abdominals, return the leg to center. Sweep your toes on the ceiling. Good. Knees come back to tabletop or feet down in the middle. Inhale the legs over. Squeeze the knees. Try not to lose that inner thigh connection. Exhale, scoop, squeezing the inner thigh. Toes sweep on the ceiling. Exhale to center. Inhale over. Knees together. Exhale, sweep and scoop. Come back to center. Good. 2 more each side. Now you should feel that this extension of the top leg in your pendulum connects you further to these obliques. It also provides deeper connection to your inner thigh and your pelvic floor. Good, let's make this our last one. Inhale the legs over. Extend, shoulders are relaxed. Squeeze, exhale to scoop, come back to center. Feet come back to tabletop. Feet down one at a time and have a little rest. Good. Part the feet once more. Have a little break, switching off the pelvic floor and the abdominals. And then we'll come back to looking at our single leg stretch. So single leg stretch is a great exercise. We'll start with a modified version, which will include a tabletop and a leg slide positioning. You can work feet down if you choose. You can come back to your ab curl 1 if you'd like. Now for our modified start in single leg stretch, we're going to begin in a single leg tabletop. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. There's a light tuck of chin to chest here. And we're going to bring one foot off the mat, knee alignment over hip with a strong T-zone connection. We're going to come into a hunter's prep positioning or an ab curl with the hands floating over the chest. So as we curl, exhale, we'll sweep the hands towards the hip bones to curl the upper body off. Reach the arms long, look down at those flat abdominals, keep the leg in tabletop. Now we're going to slide the opposite leg on out to leg slide and not hit a pillow, hopefully, or covered. And then inhale, slide the leg back in, place the foot down, and then you can return the upper body to the mat. Let me move myself up a little bit to give myself some space. So we can stay on one side here. We can exhale to curl, sweep the ribs towards the hips to peel the upper body off, lengthen the arms. Keep this leg in tabletop. Now, if you'd like, one hand can place it on the side of the thigh, one on the top of the knee, and as you slide the leg on out to leg slide, have a gentle push of your knee into your hands into your leg to create lines of tension. Ribs are drawn to hips, and then you inhale, slide the leg back on in, return the hands, and reach the upper body back to the mat. So it's an exhale to curl, chin lightly tucked to chest, sweep those hips to the hips to scoop the abdominals. Hands can return onto the thigh, press your leg into your hands, your hand into your leg, As you slide the leg on out, exhale to leg slide. Good, inhale, slide the leg back on in, return the hands to the ceiling. Have a go with your single leg. Do 4 on one side and 4 on the other, if that's where you'd like to begin your single leg stretch. For those of you working in double leg tabletop, we can go through the full version of single leg stretch together. Now the hands are going to begin in hundreds prep position, shoulders back and down, chin tucked to chest. You begin, exhale to curl. Now you're going to sweep the ribs towards the hips to strip the abdominals, peeling the upper body off, lengthen through the arms. Now we're keeping this static ab curl position. We're going to place one hand onto the top, left hand, onto the top of the right knee, right hand onto the side of the right shin. Now you're going to gently pull the knee towards you, maintain your neutral and your abdominals as you lengthen the opposite leg away. Good. Then you're going to inhale, return the knees to tabletop to exchange hands. Right hand on the left knee, left hand down the left shin. Exhale, gently pull the knee towards you as you lengthen out the opposite leg. Look at the lines of tension I create, and then inhale to center. The upper body could come down for a rest anytime, or you could work into your single leg stretch. Inhaling to center, exhaling, create the tension, pulling the knee towards you, hands into the thigh and the knee. Extend the opposite leg, lower it if you wish. Exhale. It could lower at 45, mine lowers a little bit lower. I'm able to maintain my connection, flattening abdominals, rib to hip, and I'm not creating extra tension in my neck. Let's go for 2 more. Last one each side. Come back to tabletop. Upper body comes down, relax by bringing one foot down at a time with the abdominals still on, and then switch it all off for a break. Well done. So your single leg could be just in this positioning, utilizing your hundreds prep. Your pull and push tension is pulling the knee towards you as you push your hands into the thigh and the knee and lengthen the opposite leg into leg slide. That could be where you begin and you're really focused on your oblique connection, keeping the flattening of the abdominals, or working into the full version of your single leg stretch. Beautiful. Let's roll onto our side, push ourselves up, and we'll do a small amount in seated to finish today. Seated, raise your pelvis up if you need to on a block or on a pillow. If it helps you to take pressure off your hip flexors and your hamstrings, elevate your hips higher than your knees and your feet. Now V-sit, with the legs just wider than the hip bones. It doesn't have to be a really wide straddle. Could be where you are today. It could be bent knee V-sit. It could be cross-legged. I want you to sit tall. Choose a position that's comfortable for you. And if you're bony, like I am, bony bum, put a pillow underneath you or create an extra padding layer if you need. Now in this positioning, you want to float the sternum so you can switch onto the T-zone and have the tailbone floating vertically with your neutral spine alignment. Shoulders relaxed. Take a deep breath in for pelvic floor, and on the exhale, think about flattening the abdominals from hip bone to hip bone, making sure the hip bones are trying to touch. Lift your sternum, keep yourself upright for spine twist. Arms out wide, shoulders down, elbows softly bent. Now we're going to exhale to rotate under the waistline at the rib cage itself. You're rotating, keeping your hip bones, your heels on the mat. Your eyes will rotate with your leading thumb. As you come back to center, inhale, elbows are soft, shoulders are down. Exhale to rotate round. Keep your hips, your sit bones, your heels on the mat. Good, inhaling to center. Beautiful. Exhale, rotate. Inhale to center. Beautiful. Exhale. Rotating under the waistline and inhale to center. Good. Exhale, rotate. And inhale to center. Good. Let's do 2 more each side. Inhaling to center, always check the shoulders are down. Don't create tension in the neck. If you need to, the chin can be lightly tucked to chest in this seated posture, and that could lengthen the back of the neck and negate any tension you have in your jaw or your neck here. Last one, come back to center. Good, let's bring the legs together. The legs can be straight or have a soft bend in the knees. We're going to softly flex the feet, drive the heels down and together for spine stretch. Sit upright, switch back onto T-zone, float the hands over your shins for a breath in. Now on the exhale, you're going to dive and reach forwards, crown of the head, fingers over the toes. Scooping the abdominals, look down to your shins, and then inhale slowly, run the hands up the thighs as you stack the vertebrae upright and tall. Good, float the hands. Exhale, dive and reach forwards, scooping from those abdominals to get your hamstring stretch in your forward fold. Round the upper body forwards. Good, inhale, slowly come upright. From the side, I'll show you, let's do 3 more. Sit upright, dive and reach, exhale. So I'm rounding the upper body forwards, making sure that I'm getting a good stretch on my lower back and my hamstrings, scooping those abdominals. Inhale to sit upright. Good, 2 more, float. Exhale, dive and reach forwards. Really round the upper body over the feet. Inhale, slowly stack the vertebrae, sit tall. Keep the heels together and down. Exhale, dive and reach, scooping those abdominals. And then inhale to sit tall, stack the vertebrae upright, one at a time. Lift yourself, and then have a little break. We're going to look at our spine twist, at our saw positioning, sorry. So you can either have bent knees or straight leg V-sit for this again, or cross-legged. My pillow's a bit lumpy, I need to shuffle around. We're going to begin by just looking at what's called neuroscapular threading. Now, neuroscapular threading is where you rotate opposite limbs in opposite directions. So here you'll see that I am threading, one palm up, one palm down. This is particularly important for our saw because that's the movement that we actually move into. We move into this positioning where we're lengthening the arms away from one another. One palm rotates back as we reach one palm facing inwards. Now do this with me just for a few. If it creates tension in the neck or the jaw, just relax and take a moment off and we'll join, you can join back in a minute. Sit upright, float the sternum, tailbones vertical, and you switch onto the T-zone. In my V-sit, I always have flexed feet with the heels pressed down, and that's something you can start training here. Keep yourself upright, float your hands in line with your shoulders. Shoulders are not up in the ears, they're softly drawn down. Now I've got my upper back connection on, one palm faces up as one palm pushes down. Create tension lines by extending the arms from the shoulder joint to the fingertip. Keep the thumbs pressed in. Now we're going to take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, rotate one palm up, one palm down. Keep elongating the arms from the shoulder, keep upright. Inhale and exhale to rotate. Good, inhale and exhale. Good, have a little go. Rotate, exhale the palm fully down and press it down. Rotate the opposite palm and press it up. Good, rotate and rotate. Good, try to keep the neck from moving. Try to keep the shoulders drawn down and keep yourself lifted off your tailbone and your sit bones. Now this lengthening motion is what creates the deep connection or the stretch in saw. So we're going to try that here. It's actually your spine twist, your spine stretch or your forward fold, and this that creates the saw. Relax the arms, take time out. So you would feel that the whole shoulder itself is utilized in that rotation of the arm, and that's almost a cars motion, a controlled articulate rotation. Sit upright, choose a bent knee V-sit, a cross leg, or a straight leg V-sit with gently flexed feet and the heels pressed down. Sit upright, float the sternum, switch on for the saw. You can come back to spine twist if you wish, or just go into arm prep in this position if you like. We're going to float the arms directly in line with the shoulders, soft elbows, shoulders drawn down. Now begin your spine twist, exhale to rotate. Now as I rotate, I make sure that I'm really rotating at the rib cage. I'm keeping my heels gently pressed into the mat. When I get to my full rotation, this inside arm is going to reach forwards towards between my big toe and my second toe. And I'm in sort of a forward fold. I'm pressing the heel down on the opposite leg. Now, as I let my forehead reach forwards towards my toes, the back arm pushes behind me and rotates the palm backwards, squeezing the shoulder blade. Good. Take a deep breath in, unrotate the back arm, lift the vertebrae by stacking upright slowly, and come back to the center for spine twists. Good. Take it the other way. Exhale to rotate. Now, remember, I said reach forwards by scooping the abdominals. Reach between the big toe and the second toe. Press the opposite heel to the mat. Reach the back arm behind you. Rotate the palm backwards. So you're in this really lengthened neuroceptive floss. Take a deep breath in. Stack the vertebrae upright and come back tall. Exhale. Reach. Scoop those abdominals. Push the back palm behind you and rotate it back. Inhale, lift the vertebrae upright, come back to seated tall in the middle. Exhale, spine twist and reach. Scooping those abdominals, push that back arm behind you, rotate the palm back. Inhale to center. I'll show you from the side, continue on. So your spine twist, your saw variations are about those lines of tension. So as you exhale to rotate, reach forwards. Good, inhale, lift. Exhale to rotate, reach forwards. Good, inhale to lift. If that rotation back causes strain in the shoulder, you can get rid of it. You could just be forwards here in your spine stretch forward fold to create the saw. I'm going for the full positioning to show you what it would look like. Look how rounded forwards I am with scooped abdominals. Inhale, exhale, inhale. Let's do 2 more on each side, or you could have a little break. Last one. Bring yourself upright to center. Soften the feet, bend the knees. Good. Have a little rest, relax, roll the shoulders back. Have a little break out, seated tall. I'm going to do a nice gentle adductor spine twist here. I'm going to pop my pillow out. From this position, we'll have one leg straight. The other leg is going to cross over the supporting straight leg knee. Now you want to lift the sternum, bring the tailbone back to vertical and switch back onto T-zone. Take a deep breath in. This opposite arm from this front knee is going to wrap around it and pull it towards your chest. You still want your sternum and your tailbone to be lifted, and you want to pull this in so you start to feel the stretch on the shoulder. Now, as you pull this in, you also start to feel the stretch on the side of the thigh. Magic. Take a deep breath in, stay tall. To increase your stretch, bring this same side knee that's hugged to the chest, hand to the mat, and start to walk it around the back of the body. Now, we're going to go into the twist. So we're going to look over the shoulder and then drop the eye gaze down towards the fingers. Keep pulling the knee to chest. Get a nice stretch here of the side of the thigh, as well as the shoulder, into the side of the lats. Breathe in and out nice and deeply. 3 more. Last one. Beautiful. Begin to walk this hand back to the front of the thigh. Stop pulling the knee on in and have a little break. Let's change sides. So elongate that leg. Bend this knee. Place it over the supporting knee joint. Opposite arm, pulls the knee on in, lift the sternum, lift the tailbone to vertical, and start to get this nice thigh stretch. And this, for me, is really nice because I also get a little bit of shoulder stretch into my lats, which are always tight. Keep the knee pulled in, the sternum lifted. Tailbone wants to stay upright. Don't let it shrink back. Don't concave through the chest. Take a deep breath in and out. And if you'd like to remain here, pull the knee on in and sit tall. Hand places on the side of your hip. It walks around to the back of your body. Now you need to turn your eye gaze to look over the shoulder and then drop the eye line to look at the fingers. Keep pulling the knee to chest. Give me 4 long deep breaths in and out. 2. And 1. Gently walk this hand back to the front of the body. Stop pulling the knee to chest. Feel the switch, feel the stretch, switch off. Good, release the legs. Lovely. Let's do a little bit of pigeon, just because I feel like the hips are a little bit tight today. Come to 4-point kneeling. If pigeon is not for you, by all means, you could take a little rest in child's pose, and we'll come back to that in a minute. Now I'm going to do a dynamic version of pigeon. So not my usual resting. I'm actually going to be switching between the two, taking time to breathe in and out, but really keeping the focus on the hips moving and stretching out in motion. So from the box position, protract the shoulders by pushing away from the ground and drawing them down, and feel the serratus anterior on. Then switch on to the T-zone. Decide which leg you'd like to work, slide it on out, and lengthen it. Now keep the hips soft in this position. Cross the leg over the supporting ankle, take a deep breath in, and exhale, slide it back. Now as you slide it back, you could bend the back knee if you'd like. You could bend the forearms, come down. Take a deep breath in. Just inhale and exhale deeply, allowing the upper body to feel the soft opening at the side of the hip joint. Then press the forearms and the palms into the mat and slide yourself back on in. Inhale. Good, take it to the opposite side, slide the leg on out, cross it over the supporting ankle. Exhale, slide the leg back. Remember, you can bend the knee if you need to, or allow the weight to fully come down and bend the forearms. Take a deep breath in and out, allow the soft opening of the hip. And then inhale, slide yourself back on in. We'll do that 2 more times on each side. Extend the leg, cross it over the supporting ankle, keep the hips nice and soft, and slide the leg on out, exhale. Come down to your pigeon, you might be a little bit further in now, bend the forearms. Take a deep breath in and out, relax at the neck. Good, pressing into the palms and the forearms. On your next inhale, slide yourself back on in. Place the knees down, pull the shoulders back and down, extend the opposite leg, cross it over. Exhale, push away and slide down. Good, rest the knee down, bend the forearms. Rest the head down, take a breath in and out. Inhale, pull yourself back on in. Last one, we'll hold for 2 breaths at the end of this pigeon stretch. Extend and cross, push back, exhale. Now as you come down, bend that back knee, bend the forearms, take a deep breath in and out. Allow the head to relax on the mat for another deep breath in and out here. Now take a deep breath in to the count of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and exhale completely for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press into the forearms, take a deep breath in, slide yourself back in, changing sides. Extend the leg, cross it over. On your exhale, push it back. Now as you come down, bend the back knee, bend those forearms, come down to settle in the pigeon. Drop the forehead to release the neck, take a deep breath in and out. A deeper breath in and out here. Allow the upper body to relax. Focus on that deep inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold that full lung capacity. And then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push into the forearms, take a big breath in, slide yourself back to the box. Opening at the knees if you choose, then pushing your buttocks back on the exhale, allowing the widening of the knees to just open up the inner thighs slightly as you come back to your open prayer stretch. Bend at the forearms, cross over the palms, rest the forehead down, breathe in and out deeply, counting that breath in for 5 and out for 5 for 3 long deep breaths. Make that breath in and out quite substantial. Feel the full capacity of the lungs, breathing in for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Holding, feeling that full lung, and then exhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Have 1 more of those. Relax through the neck and the shoulders. Let the weight of the upper body round forwards as you inhale. Keep that breath focused on that 5 counts. Holding at the top to feel the full lung inflation. And then exhale for 5, 4. Relax through the hips. 3, 2, and 1. Feel how calm your body feels. Unfold at the arms, bring the hands to the mat. If you want, come up through downward dog with me, come back to your box position. Come up into standing using a balance aid if you need. Draw the shoulders back and down, use that serratus anterior connection. Tuck the toes and switch on to the T-zone. Now you could rock forwards and backward, toes tucked for a nice foot stretch if you'd like, before joining me in downward dog, if that helps with the heel pressure. Take a deep breath in. Now on an exhale, we're going to scoop the abdominals, push into the toes to lift the knees, lift the hips to push into the arms and the shoulders. Now as you bring the heels back, you might need soft knees to take pressure off of the hamstrings. For those of you that can straighten the legs, press the heels to the mat. The head wants to be looser, give it a nod for yes, and a shake to say no. Push into the arms and the shoulders. Keep the hips high, feel the stretch on your heels. Deep breath in and out. Have a little stretch of your hamstrings and your Achilles, and then soften at the knees on your inhale, and exhale, scooping the abdominals. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Rest the heel and the ball of the foot on the mat in forward fold and take a deep breath in. Nod the head for yes and no. Keep the back of the neck loose. And then exhale to scoop through the abdominals. Start to stack the vertebrae on the pelvis and start to roll yourself up slowly through that deep exhale. Good, lifting the sternum, fly go away. Shoulders back and down, take a deep breath in. Nod the head for yes once more, and for no, to feel the tension loose through the neck, and you're all done. Well done. Thank you for joining me this term online. Hopefully I'll see you next term, and you continue your practice at home with me. Have a good day.